What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Two Confrontational, where we preview each week of the NFL, give our picks and predictions for the top games and performances for the upcoming week. And this week is week 8 of the NFL, and we have a surprise guest picker joining the pod, as you can see. We won't do a whole deep dive into all of her accolades because you'd be here all night, but just a few to name. She's a wonderful friend, a great leader and role model. And most of all, she's an amazing mother to the both of us. And yeah, also bleeds black and yellow through and through. Diehard Steelers fan. Give a warm welcome to our mom, Patty Brooks. Yeah, here we go.
Hey,
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
yeah. Thanks
Appreciate
for
you
yeah,
inviting me.
yeah, thanks for coming on the pod and everything. Yeah, as usual, just go through the picks and everything. But first, I want to just get your input on how like the first 7 weeks of the NFL. Steelers are sitting at what, 4-2, 4-3, something like
five
Five and
that,
two. We
five
haven't
and
and
had a
two.
two.
bye yet, so
Yeah, so I mean, you guys are looking good. You little quarterback controversy, but Russ came in and stepped in right away and didn't miss a beat. So that was kind of a fun win. So I just want to get your take on how Steelers are doing this year and how you think the NFL's going so far.
yeah. Again, I think my Steelers are doing well. I don't know if I really got into the controversy of quarterback one versus quarterback two. I think on the depth chart, I think Russell Wilson was always scheduled to be the quarterback number one, and Tomlin didn't change that. So, at the expectation was when he was feeling better that Justin Fields would step aside. Of course, we still have him should there anything happen to Russell Wilson. So I just think we're very fortunate. We got two really good qualified in different areas quarterbacks that can lead us into the second half of the season. So pretty excited to see what's yet to come for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, and yeah,
Uh,
we always thought like last year with the talent that you guys have on your roster, we thought last year was gonna be playoff bound, Super Bowl bound, just with the talent that you guys had, and then getting Russell Wilson and Justin Fields this offseason was pretty awesome. And then just a quick fun thing for that Justin Fields, if he plays more than 51% of the snaps, the Bears get a third round bye or a third round pick in the NFL draft. Whereas if he doesn't play, then they get a 6th round pick. So kind of just that's also maybe another reason why
factor.
Russell Wilson started instead, because why give the Bears a 3rd round pick if you can get a 6th round and you have Russ starting and winning games too. So it's
Right.
kind of a
hmm
good problem to have for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
um,
In a good
and then yeah,
place.
Packers on the other hand, they got another dub last week against Houston. That was a close one. Came
Yeah,
down in the last seconds. So but yeah, Packers looking good. Vikings had a tough loss against the Lions last week. Yeah, we just needed one first down with the final 4 minutes. We just needed one first down. I think we would have won that game. But yeah, go down and Jared Goff at home or in Minneapolis goes and downs and gets a field goal. So unfortunate, but yeah, very exciting. And yeah, Vikings kick it off right away on Thursday night this week. So they got a short turnaround. Minnesota Vikings at Los Angeles Rams on Thursday night. Yeah, in SoFi. Minnesota is a 3-point favorite on the road. Mom, let's kick it off with you. Who do you got in this one? Minnesota at Rams on Thursday night. Yeah, should be a
Yeah,
good
my
one.
pick here is going to be the Vikings. I like how strong they've come out this season. Their 5-1 record says a lot about them. I think they're strong. Of course, two out of our four children are Vikings fans, so I'm going to go that way as well. And it was just a tough loss against Detroit, who does, of course, lead their division. My money here is on the Vikings for sure.
yeah. I mean, this one was tough. I mean, obviously a tough loss last week. The Vikings had a walk-off field goal to lose, um, but you also got to put into consideration that Cooper Cup is back. A lot of trade rumors swirling around him, but he's going to be active this week. So that's a big get for Matt Stafford. Um, but yeah, like you said, Mom, the Vikings tough 5-1. Lost to the division leader in the NFC North, so I'm going to go Vikings on the road. But I do think it's going to be tighter than people think with the addition of Cooper Cup back on the field and Matt Stafford. So who knows? The Vikings could lose to a former Detroit Lion and a current Detroit Lion QB. So I'm still going to go Vikings, but I think it's going to be closer than people thinking. Like they said, the spread's 2.5. So I think that's where it's going to be a 3-point game.
Yeah, it's coming down. I'm gonna go with the Vikings, but yeah, Cooper Cup is a great addition. But looking at Los Angeles's record, where they're sitting at, there's actually been trade rumors for Cooper Cup and looking at trading Matt Stafford away as well. Matt Stafford
Mm-hmm.
to the Vikings for Sam
Darnold.
Darnold. So yeah, So that could be an interesting trade rumor in there as well. But yeah, Cooper Cup on the trading block as well. They're looking at rebuilding and stuff. But I'm gonna go with the Minnesota Vikings, even if they do have Cooper Cup back. Our defense is playing well. Full rounded game last week. Sucks that we couldn't get that first down, but yeah, we're playing well, and our team looks like a top team in the NFL. So yeah, give me the Minnesota Vikings on the road in this one. So
There you go. Clean sweep, all Vikings.
yep. And then yeah, moving on Sunday, you got no overseas, no international games. Jaguars wrapped that up in London last week, and then I think the next one is in Germany at week 10 or something like that. So no 8:30 o'clock game, but kicking off the noon o'clock slate, you have the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Cincinnati to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. This one should be a good one. Philadelphia's been playing well last couple weeks, but yeah, Eagles, Bengals. Who do you got, Mom?
In this one, I think it's going to be tighter than what's predicted. But I'm going to go with the Eagles on this one, and partly because with the Bengals being in our conference and being down, I know we're tied right now with the Ravens. Steelers are at the top of our conference, but I'm really or top of my division in our conference. But I'm really thinking the Eagles are going to pull this one out. They've struggled at times, but I think they've got the win. So I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with your pick, Mom. I'm gonna go Eagles as well. Just based off of last week's game, Saquon Barkley had a phenomenal game. 17 rush attempts for 176 yards. He had 2 rushes over 50 plus, I believe. So he's gaining momentum. He's had a phenomenal year, but he's starting to pick it up and he's kind of the heartbeat of that team, I would say, this year. So I'm gonna go Eagles on the road. And the Bengals, I don't know. Joey B, I don't know, is he fully healthy? I don't know. There's always those questions if he's fully healthy. If he's got that thumb wrist injury that he dealt with last year. So I'm going to go Eagles on the road.
Yeah, so I think this one's gonna, yeah, like you said, Ma, I think this one's gonna be close. Cincinnati is favored by 2.5, and they're at home. Probably one of the reasons why they are favored by 2.5. But Philadelphia has been playing well the last couple weeks. Haven't let up an offensive touchdown the last 2 weeks, actually. Fun fact for the Philadelphia Eagles. So this one's going to be tough. Cincinnati's dominant on offense. They got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins scoring touchdowns in multiple weeks back to back. This one's going to be a fun one. I think I'm going to rock with Cincinnati at home in the jungle. I know you guys are going both. I do want to go Philadelphia, but yeah, Cincinnati's explosive offense. I think Philadelphia hasn't played a great opponent on offense. They had the Browns the first week, and then they had the Giants the next week. So, I mean, not two great offenses. So I think Cincinnati comes out explosive, and I think Cincinnati gets it done at home. But I think, yeah, like you said, Man, it's going to be close, probably by a field goal or so. So, but yeah, give me Cincinnati at home on that one. Moving on here, we got a divisional matchup, your division, Mom, but not your team. We got the Baltimore Ravens, who have been explosive, dominant, and just one of the better looking teams in the league, going up against the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. Deshaun Watson goes down last week with a torn ACL. Tough loss for the Browns. I mean, it depends who you ask if it was a tough loss. Actually, a lot of the fans, I think they were chanting on the field, "You deserve it," when
they
when his ACL went down. So I mean, depends who you ask if it was unfortunate or not. But yeah, Baltimore at Cleveland. Jameis Winston is starting for Cleveland. They named him the starter. So this one, 8.5-point favorites for Baltimore. Who do you guys got in this one?
Well, I'll go first in this one. Like you said, Ty, they are rivals of the Pittsburgh Steelers, both of them. Ravens are tied with us as far as record right now, on top of our division. I'm a huge fan of Jameis Winston from his FSU days, so I think he'll do really well for the Browns as their starting quarterback. But if anybody watched the Ravens last week, and Lamar Jackson was on fire, unstoppable, 5 touchdowns. I just think they're the better team, even though it's in Cleveland. I'm gonna go with Baltimore Ravens on that one.
Yeah, it's a great pick. Yeah, they were on fire, like you said, Mom. They look like a top, I don't know, say 3 or 4 team in the NFL right now. Yeah, Jameis Winston's good. I think this is the best. I think he's a lot better in DTR. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, I believe his name is. But I just feel like getting rid of Amari Cooper, that's a huge loss. I mean, he scored a touchdown the week after. He was released with the Buffalo Bills. So I'm going to go Ravens on the road, and that spread at 8.5. Did you say, Ty?
Yep.
Yeah, I think they're going to cover that. Yeah, I'm gonna go Ravens on the road. They just look explosive, and Lamar, yeah, it looks back in his true MVP self. And I think this might be the third or fourth quarterback. I think third quarterback that would have three MVPs if he wins this year. I know Rodgers has four, and then another quarterback had three. I think it's Tom Brady, and then Lamar Jackson would be the third that has three. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, we're gonna do a clean sweep on the Browns. I'm gonna go Baltimore Ravens as well on the road. Um, yeah, Jameis Winston did come in fourth quarter and lead the Browns to a touchdown drive to David Njoku, and they got Nick Chubb back off of IR.
Hmm.
He looked back. I mean, I couldn't say back to normal
He had a
self.
touchdown.
Yeah, he did, but he couldn't they didn't. I mean, couldn't get anything going. It's the Browns offense. I mean, it's hard to
Yeah.
get something going. But I think this week they include Nick Chubb heavily. But I think Baltimore gets it done here. They're just too dominant of offense, defense, and special teams. Not Kyle Hamilton, Murphy, who had two picks yesterday or on Monday.
Hmm.
He got hurt, went out right after that second pick. So we'll see if he's back in the lineup. But yeah, Baltimore, give me Baltimore all the way. So um,
Yeah.
moving on here, this is probably another blowout. One of the biggest lines or spreads of the week. You have the Tennessee Titans traveling to Detroit to take on the Detroit Lions, one of the best teams in the NFL on paper and on the field. Yeah, Tennessee Titans at Detroit. This is an 11-point favorite for Detroit at home. Who do you guys got in this one?
Yeah, as the guest picker, I'll kick off on this one. I don't have a lot to say. I think it sums it up that the Lions are almost unbeatable at this point at home. They looked really strong against Minnesota last week. No offense to Vikings fans, but I don't know that, especially the Titans, but I don't think anybody's going to be able to beat the Lions at home right now. So I'll go with the Lions.
Yep, I'm going to tag along with mom here. Yeah, Detroit Lions coming off a huge win, I would say. Yeah, last week, but winning by field goal over the Vikings. Yeah, I don't. And the Titans just having trouble. I think Mason Rudolph, I think, is going to be the starter again, or I know he was last week. So he's a former Pittsburgh Steeler, but he's not. I mean, he's maybe better than Will Levis, but yeah, I don't think he's going to get it done against the Lions. Their defense is too good. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Lions at home, and it's where's that? What's that field called? I know it's Motor City, but
Ford Field.
Ford Field. Yeah, so I'm gonna go Detroit at Ford Field.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Detroit Lions as well. They whooped the crap out of the Cowboys 2 weeks ago, and then put up another dominant performance against the Vikings. So two top teams coming into the this week, and they dominated both of them. I guess Cowboys are a little bit shaky this year, but we'll see what happens later on down the road. But big news coming out of Tennessee: DeAndre Hopkins. Tennessee's finalizing a trade to Kansas City. D-Hop is going to be heading to the Chiefs. So just a weapon gone. They got Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard still, but not a whole lot of action there on the Tennessee Titans. So yeah, give me Detroit at home all the way, and they might even cover that 11-point spread, to be honest. So yeah, moving on here. We got the Arizona Cardinals, who squeaked one out last week on Monday night against the Chargers at home, taking on the Miami Dolphins down in Miami at Hard Rock Stadium. This one's a noon o'clock game as well. Arizona Cardinals at Miami. Mom, who do you got in this one?
And I don't really have a lot again to say on this one. You guys know this much better than I do, but I'm going to go with the Miami Dolphins. And the reason I am is, again, one of my sons is a fan, so I'm going to cheer for Channing's team on this one. No other backing than that. So I'm curious to see what you guys think and what you think is going to come out of this game.
Yeah, Evan, before you get into your pick, just to back up your pick, Tua Tagovailoa is potentially going to be back this week, so that just makes their offense complete again. So
Yes,
if he's back,
good.
this could be a shootout if he's back. But we'll see how he plays after that third or fourth concussion. Who knows how everything is
Right.
wired up there still. So Evan, yeah, who do you got in this one? Cardinals, Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't know. The Cardinals really didn't show me much last week, or it was a Monday night.
Yeah.
They put up 17 points, won by 2 points. I don't know, Kyler Murray. I don't know. They just don't get the ball to what's his name?
The playmakers. I mean, any playmakers
Any
really.
playmaker, but
James
yeah,
Conner,
Marv.
but
Marv
Marv
doesn't get the
Harrison,
ball
Trey
enough.
McBride.
Yeah. I mean, Trey McBride's probably one of the leading receivers on that team or receptions.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. Yeah, Tua's back, but he might be a little rusty. He's missed what 6 weeks,
Yeah, at least
five,
four he's
six,
on. Yeah, five,
yeah,
6 weeks.
five
Yeah.
weeks. It's a tough one, but being at home, Tyreek Hill came out and said, "Fantasy managers, put me on your start as a starter. I'm going to blow up." So I
Mhm.
trust him. I mean, when Tyreek Hill speaks, everybody should listen because he puts up a lot of points. So I'm gonna go Dolphins at home. Cardinals didn't show much to me. 17 points with your team pretty much fully healthy. James Conner did have a great run at the end of the game to seal that win, but just not enough to show me that they're an elite team or even a good team. So I'm gonna go Dolphins at home.
Yeah, it's a young team, talented team for the Cardinals. Yeah, James Conner is still balling out. He's a dog, former Steeler.
Mm-hmm.
You used to love James Conner in the black and yellow. But yeah, Dolphins, if Tua's back at home, is I think the Dolphins got this one. Tyreek, I have him on my fantasy. They increased his projection to 19 points in fantasy. So yeah, he's projected to just go off this week. So yeah, give me the Dolphins in this one on, especially at home, at Hard Rock. So yeah, give me the Miami
Yeah,
Dolphins.
and that kind of shows you something. I mean, somebody knows something. If he's saying that Tyreek's saying that, and then they bump his points up, um, there's probably a likelihood that Tua does play and starts just because. I mean, he's saying that and then not bumping his fantasy points up because I think he usually averages what 16.8 or
Yeah.
17 on an average. That's 2 points. So yeah, I want to see Tua play. He's not wearing a guardian cap. I refuses to. So wish he would just to protect his brain, but it's his choice. So I'm excited to
Yeah.
see him back though.
And you
Yeah,
could have
Miami.
gone without saying that, Ty, because I'm playing you this week in fantasy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
right. I mean, last week I think you were playing Ashley or something like that, and Deshaun Watson went out, and then
Yep.
Mike Evans went out, and then
Yep.
like your all had Q's or O's next to your players. So
Just my luck.
tough
That's the way
week
it
last
goes.
week, but
Yeah,
yeah, and then I face you this week in the family league, so that will be a fun
that's right.
matchup. But
There you
yeah,
go.
Dolphins are favored by 3.5 in this one at home, so it might be a close one. But yeah, give me the Dolphins. I think this is a clean sweep for the Finns. So moving on, you got the battle of the Northeast here. You got the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. This one's kind of a rivalry there. Up there, you got the 2-5 Jets and the 1-6 Patriots. Probably gonna be a low scoring game. The Jets are favored by 7 in this one though. And they just recently acquired Devonte Adams, but got the loss last week after that acquire. But yeah, Jets, Patriots. Ma, who do you got in this one?
Yeah, and again, the records I don't think speak to how good these teams really are.
Mm-hmm.
They're not coming out very fast and hard. I've never been a huge fan of the Patriots. Going back to the Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, I know they're not the same team, but it's just not somebody I've always rooted for in the past. As far as the Jets, really like Brees Hall, like what
Mm-hmm.
he did, and of course Pittsburgh played against Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams last week, and it was a tough fought game, and we kind of were able to come out on the second half. The Steelers were, so I think between those two teams, I think the Jets has a stronger option to win this game, so I'm going to go with the Jets.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep riding this wave. I've been picking the Jets pretty much every time, each week. It's tough though. Yeah, Devontae Adams 9 targets, 3 catches, 30 yards. I mean, 9 targets isn't bad, but you'd like to see him get up. I mean, obviously you have Garrett Wilson, but you'd like to see him get upwards to 15 targets, and maybe you get 10 catches for 100 yards. Um, I don't know. It's just tough. Drake May,
Mm-hmm.
I think this and 7 is that was shocking to me. I thought it was gonna be closer than that, especially at in Foxborough. I didn't think it was gonna be that much of a margin, but I'm gonna go Jets here. Stick with my man A-Rod. Hopefully they can get it figured out. I think they're on a 4-game losing streak. Um, Not looking so hot. 2-5. Yeah, they got to kick it into gear, or if they want to make the playoffs. So they got to win this one for sure.
Yeah,
Jets on the road.
Patriots. Yeah, Patriots didn't look too good in London against the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are also 1-5 at that time. Um, yeah, and Jaguars defense held the Patriots to what 200 yards or 250 yards or something like that. Couldn't get
Hmm.
anything going on the air or the ground. I think Jets and A-Rod and Adams start clicking. Garrett Wilson kind of falls into his groove and his role because he's used to being number one. He had a big drop last week, hit him right in the chest pad.
Turned into an interception too. Yeah.
Yep. So I think the Jets start clicking. I think they find their groove. Yeah, give me the Jets on the road in this one. But that 7-point spread is a little steep. But yeah, give me the Jets on the road in this one. Yeah, moving on here, we got the Atlanta Falcons, who are 4-3, traveling to Tampa Bay, who are also 4-3. Tough loss last week for the Bucks, but Atlanta 2.5-point spread on the road against the Bucks. So missing Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, two of their top players. Rashid White had a bounce back game last week, but yeah, this one's going to be a close one. Falcons at Bucks. Who do you got, Mom?
And again, you kind of want to go for the home team, right? Because they have that advantage as the Bucks, but with some of their key players out, and I did have Mike Evans on my fantasy last week, and that hurt a lot. Matching up as far as records, I'm gonna go with the Falcons on this one on the road.
Yeah, I usually ride with Baker, but with Mike Evans being out till week 11, Chris Godwin likely that'll be out the remainder of the year. I think it was a dislocated ankle.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I like Bucky Irving, that rookie. He is a beast. He has a few breakaway runs. I'm not sure who their starter is. The Bucks
Rashid
starter,
White. Yeah,
and Bucky Irving's second string.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, but Falcons, look good. They're healthy, and the Bucks aren't. I think that's what it really comes down to. I like Baker. Usually balls out. They've been throwing a lot of picks though, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I gotta go Falcons here. Stick with the safe bet, and Falcons on the road.
Yeah, this one was another one of those flip-flop picks for me. I couldn't make up my mind on this one. Sterling Shepard is going to be one of the top receivers in Tampa Bay now, along with like Trey Palmer or something like that for the Bucks. So Sterling Shepard, I know with the Giants, he was a good safety net for Daniel Jones there for a while. Falcons loaded offense, though. They've been playing well. Tough loss last week for the Falcons as well. I don't know. This one's tough. I'm going to rock with the home team. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers on this one. I know that they are missing their top two, but I think Baker, just the way he's a dog and he likes to fight. He's a fighter. I think the Bucks get it done at home in this one and move to 5-3. So yeah, give me the Bucks at home. So you guys got the Falcons. I got the Bucks, right?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Moving on here, Evan, this is your game of the week. You got the 5-2 Packers, who have been playing well in all facets of the game, and then going up against the 2-5 Jacksonville Jaguars. This one's down in Jacksonville. So warm weather, 77 degrees. Packers have a 4-point favorite in this one. Who do you guys got, Mom? We'll go with you first on the Packers versus Jacksonville game.
And I like both teams. I like the Jags. I like Brian Thomas Jr. He's the one that I like to watch on the field. But with a 4.5 point spread and Evan's favorite team, I'm gonna go with the Packers on this one.
Hell yeah.
Good to hear. Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Packers on the road. Obviously, a few key points here. Last week, held one. I mean, they got a weak old line, but held what's his name? I forgot his name. 86 passing yards, and then we did let up 115. CJ Stroud let him 86 passing yards. I think he had like 30 in the first half, and then we also gave up 115 yards on the ground and 2 TDs to Joe Mixon. So our run game's struggling, but we got a new what do they call it? He's just coming in like I have the word here quick. Doesn't matter.
Morale person.
Pretty much. Yep. We hired Robert Saleh this week, or today actually. He was at practice, so he's kind of like, he's not going to be a coordinator or anything like that,
like
but he's just going
to
come
in. Morale coach, or like a personnel coach or something like that.
Yeah, and if you guys can't remember, he was the D coordinator at San Francisco when they were had a really good defense. They still do, but that's a huge addition. Maybe put maybe a linebacker coach, or kind of a input person. So yeah, I'm going to go Packers and Jordan Love. Unfortunately, last week I said hopefully he slows down the picks. That didn't happen. He still threw I think he still threw 1 or 2 picks, but it did have 3 touchdowns again. So he's still throwing those deep balls, kind of those moon shots, but he's still throwing touchdowns. And shout out to Tucker Kraft. He had a phenomenal catch in the end zone. But yeah, I'm going to go Packers. Go Pack, go baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Packers as well. Jacksonville just hasn't shown much. I mean, they have hit and miss. Yeah, like you said, Brian Thomas Jr. Their mom is having a phenomenal rookie year.
Yep.
Um, Pretty much their only weapon on that team. They haven't been doing much on the ground with Travis Etienne. I know he's been banged up. Tank Bigsby's been a little bit decent. But yeah, other than that, there hasn't been much going for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Packers been playing well. Jordan Love's been hit and miss. I mean, yeah, his last few weeks throwing a few picks. He's got to clean that up. But other than that, he's still balling out, throwing 2 3 touchdowns a game. Young offense. Josh Jacobs had his first receiving touchdown in like 217 or 220 catches or something.
217 receptions. Yep.
That's just insane that he hasn't scored on 217 catches. But yeah, got his first one in that. So yeah, give me the Pack on the road in this one in Jacksonville. Yeah, I just don't trust Jacksonville. I shouldn't say I don't like them. I do like them, but I just don't trust them. So yeah, give me the Pack on the road. And then yeah, moving on, we got the last noon o'clock game. You got the Indianapolis Colts who are 4-3, traveling to the Houston Texans who are 5-2. Tough loss for the Texans last week to the Packers, but still sitting at 5-2 in that division. So yeah, who do you guys got? Colts, Texans. This one should be fun. Houston's got a 5-point spread in this one.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a close game, and the records will tell you that they're close as far as personnel on the field. And I know you said Texans were picked by 6. I like the Colts. A friend of ours, Reef, is a Colts fan, so there's people that I know are be out there rooting for him. But I'm going to go with the home team on this one. I'm going to go with the Texans.
Yep. I'm right there with you, Mom. Yeah, Colts not showing a ton to me. Texans, yeah, coming off a tough loss last week. And shout out Brandon McManus. Forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Walk-off field goal. But yeah, Texans. I'm gonna go Texans here. Even without Nico Collins, I still think they get it done. And I think they have a really good game. I think they come out and play. Just pissed off about the loss last week, so I'm gonna go Texans at home. And this is a rivalry, so both teams are gonna come to play. Yeah.
Yep, divisional rivalry, and like you said, Evan, you called it Brandon McManus last week. You said Packers had a huge signing. And yeah, he got the game-winning field goal for the Packers. So that was awesome to see. But yeah, Texans without Nico Collins, they still have Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell, Dalton Schultz, Joe Mixon, and they've been playing well, especially against the Packers defense. They're top 5 defense in the league right now. Colts secondary is weak. So I think CJ Stroud, like you said, Evan, comes out, goes for 350 and like 3 touchdowns and just has a game. So yeah, give me the Houston Texans at home in this one.
Clean sweep.
Yep, clean sweep on that one as well. So yeah, moving on, we got the afternoon slate kicking off at 3:05. You got the 2-5 New Orleans Saints traveling to Los Angeles to take on the 3-3 Los Angeles Chargers. I guess it's not Los Angeles, it's Inglewood, California, but it's at SoFi Stadium. 2-5 Saints, 3-3 Chargers. Chargers have a 7-point favorite in this one. Ma, who do you got?
And for no other reason than that, they're at home. They've got the favorites. They were picked to be the favorites in the game. My brother-in-laws, Dustin and Kevin, would be mad at me if I didn't choose the Chargers. So
Yeah,
I'm going to go with the Chargers at home.
easy.
This one was a toss-up for me. I don't know, putting up 15 points last week. Chargers against the Cardinals. Saints. I don't know. Alvin Kamara just signed an extension, 120 million for 2 years. They still have their backup quarterback, unfortunately. I'm playing. I think is Derek Carr back?
No, I don't think so. I mean, he was questionable. Yeah, he's banged up with a concussion. So I'll check.
He's been out 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'll check the depth chart, but I still think he has a Q next to his name. Yep, still has a Q. So I mean, he could be back. Let's check to see if he's practiced. Wednesday, that Carr oblique is unlikely to be available Sunday at the Chargers.
Okay.
So it's an oblique injury, not a concussion, and he's unlikely to be available for Sunday.
Okay. Well, it makes my decision a little bit easier. I'm gonna go Chargers at home. Yeah, I just like Harbaugh. J.K. Dobbins. Hopefully he can get it going. Yeah, they're not showing. Neither team's really showing me much. The Saints were at the beginning of the year, but injuries obviously
hurt them.
Hurt them a ton. But yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers. I think this is gonna be a weird game to watch. Hopefully it's a good game, but I'm gonna go Chargers on at home, -7.
Yeah, I think weird was the right word to use, Evan. This will be a weird game to watch. Chargers, I mean, they lost a tough one last week to Arizona.
Hmm.
Should have probably won that game, but I like Justin Herbert and I like J.K. Dobbins. I like John or Jim Harbaugh. So yeah, give me Harbaugh and the boys to take this one at home. And yeah, another reason at home. So
Yeah.
yeah, give me the Chargers in this one. Then yeah, moving on, we got another 3:05 o'clock game. This one was a toss up for me, just the way that the both teams have been playing. You got the 5-2 Buffalo Bills taking on the 4-3 Seattle Seahawks. Buffalo is favored by 3 on the road in this one. But yeah, you got the 12th man in Seattle. Seattle played well last week and got the dub. I mean, yeah, who do you guys got in this one, Buffalo or Seattle?
Yeah, this was one of those I went back and forth on a little bit too. With DK Metcalf being questionable, he has an MCL sprain. I don't
Hmm.
know if he's going
Yep.
to practice this week or be ready to go. Even with that said, I'm going to go with the Seahawks at home.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a battle. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think, what was the over under tie or what was the spread?
Spread was let me go back. I was just
3, I
checking.
think, Bills.
Yep. 3. Yep.
3, and
Three to
it's
the
in
Bills.
Seattle.
Yep, it's in Seattle.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, this is a shootout. I think Geno throws for a lot of yards and touchdowns, and I think Josh Allen does as well. Um, and then, yeah, Cook is going to play. He didn't play last week, or did he play last week? I think he did.
He played last week, but like
And the
two
week
weeks ago
before,
he
he
was a
didn't.
little
Okay.
he was a little banged up. Yeah, but still only put up like 8 fantasy points last week.
Yeah, this is a
Didn't have
tough
a
one.
great game.
Um, I'm gonna go Buffalo. I'm gonna ride with Buffalo. I like Josh Allen. I like Cook. I like his tight ends, Kincaid and Knox.
And
Yeah, I'm
they
gonna go
just got
Buffalo.
signed
And they
Cooper,
and they got Amari Cooper. Yeah,
Amari
Cooper.
Cooper. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, this
so
one this one's
I'm gonna go
tough. And
Buffalo.
yeah, Buffalo and the mom got Seattle. Uh, shoot, yeah, this one was one of those ones. Like I said, it's gonna be a toss up here for me as well. Buffalo's been playing well. They're 5-2. No one thought that they were trading away their entire offense and defense, basically. Um, well coached team. Seattle, 4-3, been playing well. They put up 34 against Atlanta last week and 34-14 against Atlanta. So, um, yeah, I don't know. This one's tough for me. They were in a dogfight with the Lions a couple weeks ago. Um, yeah, this one is going to be a dogfight. I think the 12th man might help out too. I think give me Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, give me the Seattle Seahawks in this one. I like the way that shoot Kenneth Walker to the third has been playing. He's been running well. 6 touchdowns on the year. He's been having a great game or a great year. So yeah, give me Seattle at home too, Ma. I'm gonna rock with the 12th man and yeah, give me Seattle at home on this one. So
Mhm.
then yeah, moving on, you got the 3:25 o'clock slate. This one might be, yeah, I don't know about this one. This one could be a weird game as well. I mean, you got the 1-6 Carolina Panthers traveling to Denver to take on the 4-3 Broncos. Broncos have a great defense.
Mm.
Panthers haven't been showing much. But yeah, Panthers, Broncos. Who do you got in this one, Ma?
Yeah, and this one wasn't really much of a toss-up for me at all. With the spread, I think it's 9 to the Broncos, and they're at home. I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, it actually moved to 10 to the
Oh, did it
Broncos.
now?
So
Okay.
yeah, so
Yep.
now the Broncos are even favored by even more. So yeah, they must know that the Panthers are dog water just like everyone else does. But Broncos defense has been stellar. But yeah, Evan, Panthers, Broncos, you got in this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Broncos at home. One thing to watch here: Bryce Young might be back in the starting lineup. He was ready to start, so I'm not sure what the coaches have to say about that or whatever. But something to watch. But I don't think he provides much, you know, benefit for the Panthers. How terrible they are. I'm gonna go Broncos at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Broncos at home as well. You got to be thinking, or you got to be wondering what's going through the new owner's mind of the Carolina Panthers. Get a whole new coaching staff, try to get a whole new team, basically, and still end up 1-6. So,
Hmm.
yeah, tough for the Panthers organization the last few years. But yeah, Broncos on the up and coming. Sean Payton's been putting together a phenomenal season. Bo Nix has been looking great. Not, I mean, I shouldn't say great, but good for a rookie quarterback. And that defense is just stellar. So yeah, give me the Broncos at home, especially at Mile High. So yeah, Broncos at home. And then moving on, you got another divisional game here. You got the Kansas City Chiefs, who are 6-0, the only undefeated team left in the league, traveling to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. It is divisional, but Kansas City Chiefs are favored by 10 on the road in this one. Mom, who do you got in this one?
I have to go with the undefeated Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. That matchup is just hard to beat for any defense to come up on that. And I believe they're picked maybe by 10, maybe even more by now. The Chiefs are, so I'm going to stick with the Chiefs on the road.
Yep, I'm going to go Chiefs as well with the addition of D-Hop. I think that makes him even more explosive. We haven't really gotten to see D-Hop's full potential where he was at. But Desmond Ridder is going to – they got him off of – I think he was a free agent. So I think he's in line to start for the Raiders, I think. But, yeah, Chiefs. I'm going to go Chiefs here. Yeah, I'm excited to see D-Hop, see how he plays. Hopefully it has a better turnout than Devontae Adams did with his new team. So I'm excited to see that, but I'm going to go Chiefs on the road.
Yeah, this is gonna be another clean sweep. This is probably gonna be one of the easier games, probably one of our locks of the week. But yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs over the Raiders. Lot of quarterbacks going down for the Raiders. You had Aiden O'Connell come in, broke his thumb. Gardner Minshew came back in, got injured, and then yeah, they were down to the third string. And then you said they picked up, who was it, Evan?
Desmond Ridder used to play for the Atlanta Falcons.
Yep, Desmond
I think he was
Ridder.
a free agent.
He played for Yeah, he's. I mean, he can run. I mean, I guess he can.
He was
he
a
can
first
run
round. I think he was a first round pick too a few years back.
So I mean, potential, but yeah, could be interesting, but I don't think it is. Alexander Madison's really and Brock Bowers are really the only two people to mention on the Raiders that have been playing.
Jacoby Myers.
He was injured last week and has been last couple of weeks. So hopefully maybe he'll be back. But yeah, Chiefs acquired DeAndre Hopkins. So another safety net for Patrick Mahomes. Give me the Chiefs in this one. I think Chiefs win the Super Bowl, honestly, just with how well they've been playing, and they're not even playing their best football yet. So,
and like I mentioned, I mean, Cooper Kupp is still available. I've heard a few teams, but I don't think they have enough money to pay, and they're asking for a second rounder. So one thing to look out from Steelers are a huge possibility. They were willing to offer Brandon Ayuk $30 million.
Raiders or not Raiders, Commanders.
Commanders are
looking at wide receivers,
and they got enough cap space, so it's going to be interesting to see where he goes. But yeah, I'm excited to watch D-Hop, man. And Desmond Ridder, man. I think he got emotional on his first day at the facility, just saying like, I didn't think I was going to be picked up. I just want to kind of show the world, show my kids that I'm good enough to be in the NFL. So I'm hoping. I know they'll probably lose, but I'm hoping he balls out.
Yeah, I mean, Chiefs defense, tough matchup to go against as a debut for a Raider. But I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, give me the Chiefs on the road. I think that's a clean sweep for all of us, though. Then yeah, another 325 game. You got the 4-2 Chicago Bears, who've been playing better than a lot of people would have thought they would be playing, going up against the 5-2 Commanders, who also been playing a lot better than a lot of people who would have thought they've been playing. Both have rookie quarterbacks. Number 1 pick versus the number 2 pick, potentially. Jaden Daniels had a rib injury, but coach said he's good to go. So he's day to day right now. But 4-2 Bears at 5-2 Commanders. Mom, Chicago has a 3-point favorite in this one, so they're supposed to win. Who do you got in this one?
I think this is going to be a shootout. I think you just mentioned that for a lot of reasons. I think they match up on different levels for these two teams. I think the consistency I would go with has been with the Commanders. Even though the Bears are picked by a few points, I'm going to go with the at-home Commanders this week.
Solid pick.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one for me. Commanders, looking very sharp, and the Bears just improving each week. I think, and I've said this previously in a podcast, I think the bye is a huge thing. And the Bears are coming off a bye. So they're going to be rested. Obviously, Daniels is banged up. I'm going to go Bears. I don't want to. That's a divisional rival. But I'm going to go Bears. I do think that Caleb Williams has enough to overcome the Washington Commanders. Yeah, so I'm going to go Bears on the road. That might be one of my losses of the week, but I feel good about them.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be a bad. Bears defense have been playing really well. Bears defense is one of the top 3 in the league. But Commanders offense is top 3 in the league as well under Jaden Daniels, doing something no other, let alone rookie quarterback, any quarterback in the league has ever done. Jaden Daniels has been balling out. This one's tough. If he's back, give me the Commanders. I mean, even if he's not back, Marcus Mariota is their backup.
Hmm.
And he played well last week, threw a couple touchdown passes and had a good QBR. Yeah, Commanders at home in Maryland. Yeah, give me the Washington Commanders. I like Jaden. Hopefully he's back and we get to see number one versus number two. That would be a cool thing to see. But yeah, give me the Commanders at home. I think it is going to be a field goal spread. So yeah, give me the Manders and Austin Siebert balling out. He's their kicker. He's been phenomenal for the Commanders. So yeah, give me the Washington Commanders at home. Moving on here, you got the Sunday night game. This one is going to be a great one. This is an NFC matchup. One of the top five teams going into the season projected to be. You got the 3-3 Cowboys going up against the 3-4 San Francisco 49ers. So both teams sitting mid level right now when they're used to being on top. San Francisco is favored by 4 points at home in this one. Who do you guys got? Cowboys, 49ers, Mom.
Yeah, on this one, I think you said it best. They're evenly rated. They came in looking really good. The Cowboys always look good on paper at the beginning of the season, then had some really big, tough losses. They had a bye last week, like you said, Evan. I think that re-energizes the team a little bit. I do like Dak Prescott. A lot of folks don't, but I like Dak Prescott. When he's on, he is good, and he's like no other. And of course, my husband is a Cowboys fan, so if I root against them, I will be in trouble. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go with the
Krager.
Cowboys, even against the spread. Cowboys.
Yeah, this one's tough. Like you said, I'm on bye week for the Cowboys. And then a few things to note. Deebo Samuel coming back from pneumonia was hospitalized. So who knows if he plays this week. Brandon Ayuk's out for the year. So that's tough, very tough after he got paid. So you're looking at you have that one guy. What's his name? Ricky Pearsall.
Juwan Jennings. Yeah,
Ricky
Ricky
Pearsall, the
Pearsall
rookie.
got shot.
Juwan Jennings.
Mhm.
Yep. And you got George Kittle. Those are your three weapons if Debo doesn't play. Oh man, it's tough. And yeah, coming up bye week, I'm gonna go Dallas here. I think they come back. Hopefully, Dak's on fire. Great mindset. I think they're all healthy. I'm not sure why they haven't brought Dalvin Cook up from the practice squad yet. The way that the run game is really going, but I'm gonna go Cowboys on the road.
Yeah, but yeah, speaking of run game, I might have to agree. Yeah, I'll name a few points here. Cowboys run game, Rico Dowdle has been stepping up. I mean, he's been playing well, his second year, third year experience. But he's been playing well for the boys. CeeDee Lamb's it needs the ball more. But yeah, coming off the bye, Cowboys are 3-0 on the road, 0-3 at home. So maybe a flip flop from last year where they went on a 16 game home winning streak, might flip two away. But they do travel well. They do put together a good game on the road. But yeah, 49ers are all banged up. They got Jordan Mason at running back because Christian McCaffrey is banged up. You got George Kittle at tight end, and you got the two wide receivers, Ricky Pearsall and Juwan Jennings, because Debo was out last week with pneumonia. Hopefully he's back. And then yeah, ACL tear, whatever for Brandon Ayuk. So
yeah,
just injury riddled up and down both sides of the ball. I'm gonna go Cowboys as well on the road. That's a clean sweep over the 49ers at home.
Doesn't happen very often.
Doesn't happen very often, and they're a 4-point favorite. But I think we're all rocking with the dogs and going with the boys on this one. So yeah, boys on Sunday night. Hopefully Dak balls out. I think you picked him up to replace Deshaun Watson on your fantasy. So hopefully he has a 25, 30-point game. But yeah, give me the Cowboys on the road in this one. I think that's a good pick for all of us. But yeah, moving on, you got the Monday night slate, man. This is going to be a good one for you here. You got the 2-5 New York Giants. A lot of question marks around that team. Going up against the 5-2 Steelers, who are looking great, both offense, defense, special teams. Yeah, hopefully they can just stay healthy. Najee Harris just not getting signed or picked up on his 5th-year option, coming out and having 2 great games. Yeah, who do you guys got? Giants, Steelers. Mom, we'll start with you, just since it's your team.
Yeah, I'm a huge Steelers fan, and you said a lot of things that I would say, Ty, but at home at Acrisure Stadium, Their defense is number one or top
Mhm.
two in the league as far as defense. Talk about kickers. I mean, our kickers, he won one of our first games straight out, just field goals the whole entire
Mhm.
game. So we have one of the best kickers in the league as well. And I'm comfortable with Russell Wilson at the helm just as much as I was Justin Fields. We had that conversation early already. So I'm very comfortable at home with, I think we're picked 6.5 or something
Mhm.
close to that over
Yep.
the Giants. But and one of our favorite players from South Dakota State University on the O-line, Mason McCormick, as his third week starter now as a rookie. Maybe this is fourth. I can't remember for sure, but right in there. You can't take anything away from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers at home for sure.
Yeah, 100% steel curtain. It's going to be a fun. Yeah, I think it's going to be a blowout and Steelers put up like 35 points, I think. But yeah, Evan, who do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Steelers here as well. They just looked really good last week. Yeah, having Russ come in and play the way he did the second half, it kind of felt like the receivers, even if it was an underthrown ball, his receivers were able to find it and get it in their arms. Um, they just looked really good. And then defense looked really well with TJ Watt. And then you got, yeah, Mason McCormick, like you said, Mom, third best pass protection rating for a rookie. So he's in good company with all the other good rookies out there. They look really well. So I'm going to go Steelers at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Steelers at home as well. I picked it against them last week and it did not fare well for me. I just thought, yeah, they put up 37 points on the Jets defense, and Jets defense coming in were phenomenal. Top defense on paper, so they put up 37 against them. So yeah, I don't have any issue if it's Russ or if it's Justin Fields. Steelers are a well-rounded team, well coached. I love Mike Tomlin. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, give me, it doesn't matter who's starting. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers at home in this one. Giants tougher. I mean, yeah, I think we got to get a new quarterback in there besides Danny Dimes, because Malik
Yeah.
Neighbors, I mean, yeah, he's been playing well so far this year, but he could be putting up numbers better than Justin Fields rookie year if he had a quarterback throwing to him. So I mean, yeah, I like the Giants. I like the players on the Giants, Malik Neighbors to be the top guy there. But yeah, Steelers just a well-rounded team, offense, defense, and special teams, like you said, Ma. So yeah, give me the Pittsburgh Steelers at home on this one for sure on Monday night. So
Yeah, and shout out to Beanie Wells or Beanie something. He had two picks for the Steelers, little short
mhm.
DB, played at West Virginia.
Yep.
Um, yeah, well, I can't, Beanie something. I just like the first name. So,
That's Beanie. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, 100%. And the Steelers, George Pickens balled out last week.
Did
He
play well.
played really well, had 5 catches for 111 yards and one touchdown. And then Najee Harris goes for 100 yards again. Like, yeah, I think Steelers are picking it up, and they're not just that one team that scores field, kind of like the Iowa Hawkeyes. They kind of have the similar resemblance and format and structure,
Mhm.
the way they win. But I think they're going to pick it up. 37 30. I bet you they average 28 points throughout the rest of the year. I think this is a well-coached team, good offense, great defense. Yeah, give me the Steelers at home in this one. So yeah, I'm excited for week 8. I can't believe we're already halfway through the season. Basically, it's kind of a bittersweet saying. I mean, yeah, it's tough to see it go, but love to watch it happen. So
hmm
but yeah, so yeah, that wraps it up for week 8. And then yeah, we'll move on to our locks of the week. Yeah, man, we just do 3 games that you think are for sure gonna win. I bet you Steelers are probably on that list for you, probably. But yeah, give us your 3 guaranteed locks of the week for games, 3 teams that you think are gonna win.
Yep. Steelers, of course. I kind of mentioned that. To me, that's a no-brainer as their
Mm-hmm.
biggest fan. The other two teams would be the Chiefs and the Lions. I just think they're unbeatable right now, the way they're playing. So those are my top 3 locks.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah. I'm
can't
going to go
go
ahead,
ahead,
Ty.
Evan. Yeah, I was just gonna say you can't go wrong with those 3 picks. I mean, Chiefs undefeated, going against the Raiders, who just need to prove something. They haven't proved anything all year. And then yeah, Steelers at home. Obviously, you're rocking with the Steelers, and then Detroit Lions, another top team in the NFL, just looking dominant. So yeah, Evan, you can rock with some of those teams, or you can name three other
Yep.
individual
Yep.
teams. So yeah,
I'll
who
be
do you
rocking
got?
with one, but this is one of my favorite locks for set of locks for the week. A lot of my favorite teams. I'm going to go Jets, Packers, and Chiefs. I think they're all locks. I think not really worried about the spreads. You're probably not going to win a ton of money because I think they're all supposed to win. But I'm going to go Jets, Packers, and Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, can't go wrong with any of those. I'm gonna go with my home team. I'm gonna go with the Minnesota Vikings on Thursday night over the Los Angeles Rams on the road. And then I'm gonna go Baltimore Ravens, just the way they're looking. They look dominant. It's a divisional matchup, but I think they go in there and just beat down the Bears. And then let me go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm gonna go Tampa Bay Bucks over the Atlanta Falcons, even with the missing of Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. I think Baker, just the way I just love Baker, and he's just a dog. So yeah, give me the Buccaneers at home for my third lock of the week. So yeah, that should wrap it up. And that's or 8 games. I think you had the Chiefs in there double time, but
8 games.
yeah, so that should be 8 guaranteed locks of the week. That third one that I mentioned, the Bucks Atlanta, might be a little iffy. But if you want to flip that out for the Texans over the Colts, yeah, give me the Texans over the Colts. So 9 games there for you if you want to throw anything down on those. But then yeah, moving on, we got the TD locks of the week, Mas. So you got quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end over 0.5, so just need 1 touchdown, or quarterback throwing over 2. Yeah, give us your TD locks. This one's a little different than the game locks, but TD locks are fun. Could win a lot of money. So give us your 3.
Okay, any position to start with, or just kind of go down what I
Yeah,
think
just
is
just
going
what
to
you
work?
want.
Okay.
think. Yep, name them.
Okay, so wide receiver, they need to get one. I think they're going to get 1 touchdown for
Mhm.
certain. I'm going to go
Mhm.
with Justin Jefferson in the Minnesota Vikings. I think
Good
that's
pick.
my best pick for wide receiver. Running back, if you saw Derrick Henry last week, he's just a
Hmm.
machine. He's unstoppable again. So I'm going to go with my running back being Derrick Henry with the Ravens. My tight end, I kind of mentioned earlier when Patrick Mahomes throws to him, guaranteed touchdown with Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs. And then quarterback, that was a little tougher. They have to get 2, right? 2 touchdowns. And I just look at Lamar Jackson in the Baltimore Ravens last week. He got 5. So if he can just do half as good as he did last week, I'm going to go with my quarterback pick for Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens.
Hell
Wonderful
yeah.
picks. Great locks. Yeah, and then just to back it up, that Derrick Henry pick, he has 6 50-yard plus rushes this season. The rest of the league, top other teams, next one only has 4. So like that
Yeah.
includes the entire team. So like
Yeah.
Derrick Henry has just been
hmm
having a phenomenal, great fit with the Baltimore Ravens with Lamar
Mhm.
Jackson and their team.
Mhm.
So great locks, all 4 of them. But yeah, Evan, who do you got for your locks of the week for TDs?
Yeah, Mom, we're going to match again. I have Derrick Henry, 1 rushing. I have Joe Mixon, 1 rushing. I have Devontae Adams, 1 receiving. And, Mom, since you threw a quarterback in there, I'm going to go Jordan Love over 1.5. So those are my locks.
Yeah, I think I might back up the Vikings. I think Aaron Jones, if he's back and healthy, let's see if what his status is. Yeah, he's back and healthy and active. Give me Aaron Jones with a touchdown,
Okay.
rushing touchdown, and then on the Bengals Eagles game, this one's gonna be a fun one. I think it's gonna be high scoring. Give me Jamar Chase with a receiving touchdown with the Bengals. And then just to make it fun, you had a tight end, Ma. I'm gonna
Mhm.
go Sam Laporta for the Detroit Lions. I don't think he scored at all this year. He might have no, he has that one
One touchdown.
trick play touchdown pass
Yep.
against the Cowboys. But yeah, give me Sam Laporta with a touchdown. And then for my QB 2 touchdown pass, give me CJ Stroud with the 2 touchdowns over the Colts for passing. So I mean, there's 12 or whatever, maybe 11 if I've been doubled up on one of the other
Derrick Henry.
ones, but
Derrick
Derrick
Henry,
Henry.
yep.
So I mean, yeah, 11 picks that you could throw into a parlay. But yeah, all great locks. Evan, do you want to just run through, if you have them written down, game locks and TD locks, and just run through those, and then just to recap, so if anybody wants to skip to this
Yeah,
part, they can.
yeah, definitely. I'll just start with Mom here since she was first that picked. She has Steelers, Chiefs, and Lions. And then I had Jets, Packers, Chiefs. So me and Mom both doubled up on the Chiefs. I think that's for sure lock.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, they're supposed to win by 10. And then Ty, you had the Vikings, Ravens, and Buccaneers. yeah, Ravens going to be, yeah, for sure. The only one I'm kind of iffy about is the Buccaneers, like you said, without those two big receivers. But hey, they could get it done. Um, and then yeah, TDs, TD locks. Usually we only do three, but obviously this week we went with four. Included pretty much every position. You had tight ends, quarterbacks, receivers, and running backs. Mom, you had Justin Jefferson with one receiving. You had Derrick Henry with one rushing, Travis Kelce with one receiving, and Lamar Jackson over 1.5 passing touchdowns. And then I had Derrick Henry plus one, just like you, Mom. And then I had Joe Mixon plus one rushing, Devontae Adams plus one receiving, and then Jordan Love over 1.5 passing touchdowns. And Ty, you went with the home running back, Aaron Jones, ex-Packer, plus one rushing, Jamar Chase plus one receiving, Sam Laporta, it might be his first receiving touchdown. He'll have plus one receiving, and then CJ Stroud over 1.5 passing. So those are our locks, games and touchdowns. And I think this one, I say it every week, but I think this one's looks really well. Besides maybe the Buccaneers, but yeah, I think they all look pretty good.
Yeah, it's been a fun first 7 weeks of the NFL. Week 8 looks even, more fun to on paper. There's a lot of great games, few divisional matchups, so it's going to be a fun week. Picker to beat my. So Zachary, our first guest, went 5-9. Logan Dunnigan, our second guest, went 12-2. Chase went
11-4.
11-4. So great picks the last couple weeks. 11-2 technically the game, the team to beat, and then 12-3 for or 11-3 for Chase, or 11-4 for Chase. Zachary down at 5-9, but hey, we great picks overall. And I think week 8 is going to be fun, starting out with the Vikings and the Rams. No buys this week, so every game is playing. You got 16 games this week, so fully packed slate. Going to be a fun week. What do you guys have to add as far as NFL news goes? I think we nailed all of it, but I mean, as far as
going over our records, Ty. Last week we also went 11-4, I believe.
Yeah, we all went 11-4 last week.
And same as in the week before that, we all went 12-2, just like Dunny. So 2 weeks we're having the same picks, but you're getting to that time of year where a lot of teams are really starting to show their true colors, and you kind of see those dominant teams. But overall, I am 62-45. 2 really good weeks for me back to back. So hopefully I can just keep growing in that win column, and reduce staying the same in that loss column.
Yeah, 100%. And with my 11 or the 12 and 11-4 record or whatever, I was 61-31 last week. And so with that, I'm 63 and 30 something, 34 or something like that. So
you went 61-31 last week, right?
Yep, 61-31.
You're 72-35.
Yep, 72-35 for my overall picks. And picker to beat mine is 12-2 with Dunny.
But you have extra games. I mean, Chase had an extra few games. I had an extra game. And you have an extra 2 games. So it's a really good chance for you to take over the win column, going 13-3. Very good chances here.
Yeah, you excited for the Steelers game Monday night, Ma? This should be, one of the – I mean, you guys had a couple prime times. I think you've been a Thursday, a couple Sundays, and I think you got Monday night now. So should be a good matchup, Giants-Steelers, though.
Yeah, I'm always excited. I'm excited for Thursday night's game all the way through Monday night's game. So it'll, like you said, a lot of good matchups. I think a lot of good games going on at this time of the season. You have to really watch your injuries and who's on your questionable, your doubtful, your IR reports, because that makes a huge difference when you're looking at your teams. But overall, I'm excited for week 8.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
I am too. So so that wraps it up for NFL news. I mean, NBA just kicked off. That's always exciting. Just tipped off on Tuesday night. So NBA is rocking and rolling. Bronny James and LeBron James got some playing time together, so that's kind of cool to see.
Couple minutes,
Yep.
He'll be sent back down to the G League here in a few weeks. I don't think he'll play much time on the actual Lakers. I think he needs a little bit. I think he only played 3 minutes. He had a rebound. Was 0 for 2 from the field. But I think he'll get sent back down to the G League and start working on improving, I think.
Yeah, just get used to the speed of the game. It's a lot different from going from high school to college, and he only played a couple years or 1 year in college, and
not
then
even
right,
half a year,
right to the NBA. So it's going to take some time to adjust, but I think he's going to be a good player in the NBA. And then WNBA news: New York Liberty got the WNBA championship, so that was kind of cool to see. beat the Minnesota Lynx, which kind of a home team, just right, our neighbor right there. So that's kind of unfortunate, but yeah. And then you have the MLB World Series kicking off, or batting off, or pitching off,
On
however you want
Friday.
to say it. Yeah, on Friday. So that's going to be, October is my favorite month. My birthday obviously is in there. And then you got all the sports kicking off. NHL's kicking off as well here in a couple of weeks. So I mean, I think they already have. So I mean, you got
Yeah, they already have,
all
yeah.
all sports going right now. So it's just a fun time of the year. Halloween's next week. So it's just, yeah, spooky time, favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just excited for everything. So anything else you guys have to add to Week 8 NFL podcast?
I think I'm good. Any mom?
Yeah, I don't. Nope,
Awesome.
thanks for inviting
Alrighty.
me.
Well, yeah, thanks for joining the pod. I know it's not your forte, but I do appreciate you hopping on. And yeah, you love the Steelers, and you have great picks, great TD locks, great game locks. So appreciate you hopping on and giving your input and everything like that. But other than that, we'll see you guys next week on Two Confrontational. Again, thanks for joining, Mom. But until
Yeah,
then,
thank you.
peace.